Morning guys. I agreed to rent this place for a year with a 6-month break clause, and I've just handed in my notice. I'm going back to the woods. Quite how, quite where, I don't exactly know yet. That is still up in the air. So far the plan is that I will continue to be here on the estate, but it's not yet confirmed. It depends on a number of factors. But I'm just walking in here now to Brenda's and thinking, wow, it's about a foot high, and this is just a few weeks of spring. It's turning into a meadow. It's going wild, and oh look, the bee. Oh, yeah, when you're trying to keep a place under control, it takes a lot of management. I don't think being in a position where I'm trying to manage or maintain or control the land is where I should be. I think that's what I love about the woodland is you put a little hut in there. The woodland's not expecting me to manage it. There is some management that happens in the woodland, but only every 5 or 10 years. That's kind of my kind of timelines, you know, rather than weekly or monthly management. It's going to be a big operation. I've got to get all the stuff out of here, not just... Oh, that is a snake. Oh my gosh. Did you see that, guys? That is an adder or something. Uh-oh, I'm going to get a... Where the hell did that thing slide off to? There is a snake in there, a big fat grass snake. And I don't know where it is. This is only the second time I've ever seen a snake in England. Well, third actually. Once when I was a kid, once last year on a golf course, and now a big bad boy in my garden. And I must admit, I am a bit scared of snakes. I think it was partly the stories I read and was told in the Bible when I was a kid about the serpent. I can also see why those stories were told, because they are quite slithery. And when you're wearing flip-flops, it feels a bit risky. Oh, that's a cool bee. That's a very different bee. What kind of a bee is that, guys? Nice one. There's a lot of work involved in experiments, and experiments are great when they work, obviously. The whole point of experiments is the risk of them not working is high. Think about the 3-day renovation we did with Alfie. Think about the 6 months it took to actually get the contract to come in here. It's not just the few months of being in here. There's a huge cost to momentum, and all projects need momentum. This is the full picture of what it means to live an experimental lifestyle. I still believe in it. I still think we need it. And I've learned a lot more about what I value about the original woods. And I've gained friends at the farm and at the Jungle Room Cafe, which means we can put on much better retreats and events. And I've learned that I don't want to be insular and I want to be connected. I did get something in the post though today, which I'm very excited about. If you remember this brand, it's on the cap that I often wear.
Know that this won't last, not like it used to.
Your tent jacket means that we can donate another one to displaced person.
I'm okay with that, but not if I lose you. I can feel it in my bones.
So basically this acts as a jacket. You can wear it during the day when you're at a festival, but then I'll give it my best shot. It should become a tent.
Sinking deeper in the overflow. Can you feel it in your soul? If I'm honest, maybe we're better off alone. Maybe we're better off alone. Maybe we're better off.
So what was my jacket a minute ago is now my tent. Unzip it. The thing with concepts is that all concepts need development. If I'm honest with you, using this is not as convenient as using my old iPhone, which I'm still having to carry even though my number's not on it. But life isn't convenient, is it? It's not easy, and it takes many iterations to get right. Angela from Adif is now running a crowdfunding campaign. You can get your own jacket tent. If you're going to festivals this summer, it might be the perfect solution for you. You buy one, they give one away to someone who could do with one. Check out the link below. Thank you so much for sending it all the way from California. I think we'll take it on the hut building tour with us. like today, you can just carry it off. I still can't believe there's a snake in the grass. You know when you're worried about whether you're tempting fate, like curiosity killed the cat? It was a chunky snake. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'll just leave it as it lies. A few handbooks to take away. I must admit, looking around at all the stuff I've collected, the axes and all the gear over here, all the things I've been sent by brands and by individual people, this lamp here and this lamp here and all the letters that are still in the huts, and I don't know. Probably not a smart thing to say, but the question is how do we create the most value with what we have? And part of me thinks that what would I do if I don't have a place to do retreats and have a base? But part of me thinks that having a base is a mistake. Maybe it's over. Maybe my space is over, and the only way this can continue is if I get invited to your spaces, wherever they are, and you choose to make them a part of this project. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of gear. I feel like I don't need all this stuff. I feel like I want to give it away or sell it off to create funds and stay light on my feet. I don't need a house. I don't need all these bits. It's weird how life can creep up on you. You can be a minimalist in the city, or you can be a hoarder in the country. Yeah, keen to hear your thoughts, really. I mean, we're in that moment, like over the next couple of weeks. I know I'm leaving here end of June. I can either go back and have a base in the woods where we were, in a new spot to create a new place, but broadly similar to V1, or I can leave it down to you and only come and visit you where you've managed to create a Corco space. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the right, most valuable solution is. The art of doing projects like this, and what I help other leaders do, is to try to follow a process, to ask the question to those that are involved, in this case you guys, give it an appropriate amount of time, take the feedback, make a decision, move on. And that's where we are. So feedback very, very welcome. Feels so weird that this whole house is now empty, waiting for me to turn up, yet evidence of so much life. But in reality, it's just empty 2/3 of the time. I'm just not here. And that's not okay, I left the window open because no one's checking up on me. It's not where my life is anymore. Things like the bed that Josh made and the podcast studio, this could all be just pulled out and put straight into the hut, actually. That would go well in the hut workshop. There are 2 spaces left on this one, and then each month, at the beginning of each month, we're doing one in each country. Those tickets will come on sale. It's just me creating it, and I haven't got around to it yet. Robbie's vlog from last week, when him and Tim came down to visit for 24 hours, and we put the worlds to right on politics and education and technology. I'll stick in a little clip now. Well, it started with me just going to the woods and seeing what happened. Bought a hut on eBay, spent a year, loved it, changed my life. It's a great space to have people like you guys come over and just chew the fat, really, and think about life.
You do a lot of walking, Tim?
Yeah, get out in nature. It's the best thing for you. It's calming, it brings you down.
I like to not be on the path. I like to just wiggle through things and sort of sometimes take some wrong turns, and just sort of the agency of being able to say, like, let's go left right now.
Oh.
And all that kind of stuff. That simple stuff just makes me happy. Whereas in modern life, there's pavements, you're meant to walk on the pavement, and that pavement's going to take you somewhere, and you're in someone else's design, And so that's my thing. I feel freedom when I do that. You can see the rest of it if you go to his YouTube channel below. Very funny. He's like the anti-YouTuber. I thought I was the anti-YouTuber, but he's like the anti-YouTuber. I can't get enough of these biscuits. I know it's good, I know it's valuable. Well, I need some help and I need some feedback. I do feel like the full phase 1 has now come to an end, because we had the year, the tour, and then the learnings of Brenda's, kind of like an 18-month arc. I could leave now. I could leave Whiston, I could leave the estate. I could think of my hut in Leatherhead as my Corco corner and model that to everybody. Or I could keep doing stuff in the woods. Let me know. To be continued. The week after, I'm in Rwanda, going to see somewhere completely different, which should be very inspiring. And I'm born in South Africa, so I want to have Africa connected into our community. These are the decisions of life, everybody. I'm not really writing songs, but I am getting one line here and two lines there, and I did record a little bit in my garden yesterday, which I'll put in now.
We run around fashioning tools. We run our mouths like royal fools. Look at the bluebells, hear the sparrows call. The cheeky robin, he's seen it all.
I think now life's getting more busy. I'm beginning to realise why people sing songs, especially worship songs. Trying to remind themselves of who they are, individually and together, because we can't all walk in the garden in a peaceful, beautiful, aimless way all day long. We have to earn money, do work, look after people. And so I think these songs are coming up in me now because I'm missing what I had. Even now I'm going to put the camera down, I'm going to get in my car, I'm going to leave here again, I'm going to go straight off to the airport. And this will be empty again for another 2 weeks now. Things have changed. That's okay. But you have to accept it and make the appropriate decisions, and I think I've done that today, so I feel good. I hope you guys are doing that in your lives. Take time, think about what's changed, what decisions you need to make, and go with it. I will see you guys next Thursday, 9 PM. Take care of yourselves and look after each other.
And I feel it in my soul. If I'm honest,